Big fluff.
Whose man are you now? Are you my man? Are you sure about that? Are you a Connor's
Easy,
man?
Paulie, easy.
Knock it off!
You talk!
I didn't
Show your guts to your boss so he take care of you and make those guns go away.
That's not what happened.
Talk.
That's
And
not
now
what
my
happened.
daughter's dead. We swore not to talk about it, not to spend the money, not to draw attention to ourselves.
I'm not a rat!
You are a rat! Rat! Rat!
Shut up!
Rat!
Hey everybody, I'm Joel Murphy.
And I'm Andy McIntyre.
And this is Silver Linings Playback, the podcast where we watch maligned movies and we find their silver linings.
And it is the end of September and maybe the saddest time of year because that means that it's the end of Nicolas Cage Month. And it's a sad end because we don't have beef. We have rage.
Sad beef.
Sad beef. Sad beef. Not angry beef, which would be rage, but sad beef. But yeah, we have rage in a cage. Rage with a cage, I guess, is probably a better way to phrase it.
Rage in a cage definitely sounds like something AEW will do soon.
It is a WWF video game from the 90s.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a Sega CD game, WWF Rage in a Cage.
Is that when WCW had the better video games and like the WWE ones were not that good?
I think it's before the WCW games came out, but yes.
Still the best, by the way, the THQ, like old school WCW games.
Yeah, I mean, the best wrestling game of all time is WWF No Mercy.
Yeah, but that's that game. They just eventually bought.
But no, they just like perfected what they started with NWO Revenge and the original WCW game.
Yes, but those are the best wrestling games still.
Yes.
That series of games. Yeah.
Yeah.
But while WCW was originally doing those, that was when WWE had like the arcade game. They had a lot of weird games.
Yeah. They had like, once they realized that wrestling games aren't fighting games, they got a lot better.
Yes. Yeah, they were trying to make a Mortal Kombat-esque wrestling game.
Not even that. Just like one direction and one button to do a finish is what you want in a wrestling game. Not, the full Konami code plus etc. Like doing a Mortal Kombat fatality. Yeah.
By the way, the best thing ever made about wrestling, in my opinion, is still Wrestling with Shadows, the Bret Hart documentary. There is an amazing part towards the end of that movie because Bret's son loves Shawn Michaels. And it's just the two of them like playing the game. And his kid is using Shawn Michaels. And like Bret's using himself, of course.
Well, of course.
And not knowing how to play the game and just getting like housed by video game Shawn Michaels, which just had to enrage him just to tie it all back.
Oh, he still holds a grudge against his son for that.
I don't know. Does Bret Hart seem like someone who would continue to hold grudges for years?
Yes.
Let's ask Bill Goldberg.
Oh, man. I mean, I would be, if I were Bret, I would be almost as pissed at Bill Goldberg as he is.
Look, if I wasn't Bret and I was me, I wouldn't like Bill Goldberg. So if I was Bret, like to be clear, Team Bret all the way. Like
in that instance, yes. Fully
and
Team
also
Bret.
in the Montreal Screwjob instance as well.
Oh, also Team Bret. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he doesn't do himself any favors being the self-important asshole that he is.
No, look, I love Bret Hart, but he is a difficult old man.
But the list of wrestlers that aren't difficult old men is very short.
Also, he has the talent. The list of wrestlers that are as difficult or more difficult than Bret Hart who aren't as talented is also very long.
Oh, it's most of them.
Absolutely.
It's all but like, I don't know. No, it's every other bitter old wrestler, I think, is less talented than Bret Hart.
The true swerve of it all, the true Montreal screw job, if you will, is the fact that the one pleasant old man who's let it all go is Shawn Michaels somehow.
Yeah, he seemed like I am not one to tout evangelical Christianity, but it worked for HBK.
Absolutely. He is literally the poster boy for like finding God and turning his life around. And he seems so genuinely happy and genuinely a better person than he was in the 90s.
Yeah. You know, I think a lot of people, that's not the case, but it definitely worked in the case of one Michael Sean Hickenbottom.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, you know,
sexy boy.
Nick Cage.
Yes. So this movie is called Rage.
Or Tokarev.
Yes. I can see why they didn't roll with that one.
But there are posters that say Tokarev on it, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Which is not his character either, right? Or like...
No, it's the gun.
Right. Yeah, it's one rolls off the tongue, and two, I couldn't even remember what that was a reference to. So yeah, it's the gun.
It's the gun. So yeah, this movie is dumb, bad, and unoriginal.
Yeah, it is the laziest.
Is smart.
Yeah, it's like the laziest just collection of action movie tropes for most of it, where it's just like, definitely they got a bunch of stuntmen and Nicolas Cage and Danny Glover and Peter Stormare, and they just threw them all together and were like, let's just do a pastiche of mostly John Wick, but then, you know, just every action movie cliche.
Let's play the hits.
And for most of the movie, it's too long and too unoriginal, and the action's not good enough to sustain how unoriginal it is. And then it tries to do a clever twist at the end, but then still doesn't know what to do with it.
No, this movie is the equivalent. This is the movie equivalent of a bad cover band with a good guitarist.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I guess just to properly set it up, that Nicolas Cage is a dad in this, and also has very poorly dyed, like, shoe polish black hair. I just need to also point out, I feel like that's important to the character, because that feels like a choice, that his hair looks like literally they took a spray can and sprayed black spray paint on his head. But he was a bad man, very John Wick style. Like he lived the life and then he got out of the life. And he's now a respectable guy who's hanging out with Danny Glover, who's the police captain, I'm going to guess, is someone in the police. And he picks up his daughter from school, drops her off. He goes out with his wife, that they make a really big point about the fact that she's the stepmom, which I felt was going to be important and then wasn't. But they really hammer it in the first act. Of like, well, I know I'm not your real mom, but stop smoking cigarettes in the backyard. There's like a lot of that discussion. It's like, okay.
It feels weird. I said they were my cigarettes.
Well, first of all, like, yeah,
and then
I know
she never smokes in the whole movie.
No. It's first of all, I know you're not my real mom, and second of all, why are you bringing it up every 5 minutes? Like that's what's weird. Like, it's fine. I know that you're not my mom.
It's like you're not. I didn't forget.
Yeah. But anyway, also you're like 5 years older than me, so like just math wise, you can't be my mom.
Our stellar relationship did not make me forget that you did not birth me.
Yeah. And anyway, so then they go out, and the daughter is hanging out with her two male friends. And then the Nicolas Cage is told by Danny Glover that his daughter was kidnapped, and he goes on a John Wick-esque rampage to take out the Russian, right, mafia, the Peter Stormare mafia, the guy who's in the most recent Mission Impossible mafia or whatever. They get into this big battle, and he gets his crew back together.
Grimsrud from Fargo.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the end, as you alluded to, he, after all the bloody battle, after the clip that we saw at the beginning, he finally pieces together that it was the boyfriend, the love interest of his daughter, got his gun, which was named Rage. And then they're all drunk. And the guy accidentally shoots the daughter and then says that she was kidnapped to cover up that he shot her.
Yeah.
And then here's what's weird. Okay, so that's the twist that, as you alluded to, is almost clever. The Nicolas Cage, who has been mowing down everyone, like, throws his gun into the dirt and is like, no, and then just walks away to die.
And then goes in and basically commits suicide by Russian mafia.
Yeah. Which, what?
So, before we go too much more into the plot of this movie, I consider Wikipedia to be a very valuable asset to watching the show, and we've definitely occasionally, pulled quotes from Wikipedia to talk about it. The wildest thing about the Wikipedia synopsis for this film is that it's written chronologically with how things played out, not the way they play out on screen.
Oh, so it immediately gives away the twist.
No, so that part it leaves out till the end. But like it talks about, like, it starts like you see Nicolas Cage be a bad man and run and like make the heist and kill the guy, and then you like kind of see him then become a good person, leave that life behind him, and then he goes on the murderous rampage after his daughter gets killed. But the way, unless we saw different edits of the movie, the way I saw the movie happen is it starts with him already past
established
that bad life. Yeah. And then there are flashbacks to show he and his crew, Danny and Kane,
Hellfire and Brimstone.
Through Hellfire and Brimstone, by God, that's got to be Kane. Going through and doing the bad stuff they did for the Irish mob, going legit, et cetera, is like a lot of that's played out through flashbacks. But yeah, whoever did the Wikipedia synopsis decided to put it in order, and I think that's weird.
It is weird, especially then they put it in order, but again, preserve the twist. So they knew to do that. Unless, yeah, like you said, maybe when it had a different name, it had a different edit.
Yeah, that maybe Tokarev is cut in a different order.
You got to watch
Release
the Tokarev cut. Bro.
Oh man.
Which, if it's longer, I'm definitely out because
I will destroy every surviving copy of the Tokarev cut if it's even a second longer.
The 1 hour and 45-minute rage cut of the movie felt every minute of its runtime.
No, this yeah, and I mean, we'll get to the silver linings, and there are scenes that are fun. But again, this is the movie equivalent of a cover band with a good guitar player.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's, and I mean, we've had a good run this month where we've had a solid clip every week to play of caging out. And that is a good one, not to get ahead of ourselves this week. But like, that clip is so out of place with the rest of the movie. No,
he doesn't seem like he has that gear until that scene.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Like he doesn't, like he's not even cool. He's stoic and stone-faced.
Yeah, he's pretty shut down the whole movie. And what's interesting about the character and the choice is this is obviously a well-worn trope. And even Nicolas Cage has other movies where he's out for revenge against a loved one. Most of them. Yeah. I mean, Mandy's a fantastic movie.
Pig.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's done a lot of John Wicks and a lot of version of John Wicks, including Pig, which is sort of an anti-John Wick.
Yeah. Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Drive Angry.
Yes. But this one's interesting because he seems pretty willing. Like, he seems kind of defeated. It's not like I thought I put this old me behind me and now you're making me that guy again. I thought I was out and they pulled me back in kind of vibe. It's like, I'm out and I want to be out. And I'm actually kind of sleepy. And I don't really want to be dealing with this. And honestly, if the police can solve it, that'd be great. I trust them. I'm letting them do the work.
It.
Yeah. Like,
So
he's
he's such a murder some folks.
Yeah, he's such a reluctant protagonist in this. Like, he's so like hesitant to get involved in the action.
Which I think if they like heightened that and focused on it, like, again, kind of using like improv things, like if that was the game of the scene, that he's so blasé about having to go through this because like he knows he has to, that's a much better movie right there.
Well, I mean, again, because I keep talking about it, because to me, like, just to be clear, I think it kind of is the gold standard for these movies is in our modern era is John Wick. If you watch John Wick, like, there's an amazing thing that happens in that movie, which is, they really have a kind of morose Keanu Reeves, who we all love and want to see happy. So it's bumming us out to see him like that. But he's so shut down in the beginning of the movie, and he barely speaks the whole movie. But what they do is they have this great scene where he is captured by the villain, and he goes into this great speech of like, people keep asking me if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But yeah, I'm guessing I'm back. And then he goes into, and I'm going to kill you and your son. And it's like this, we've been waiting for it. Like, to use the term of our guest last week, we've been emotionally edging the entire movie, and watch it on YouTube. But like, that is the moment where, to continue this metaphor of emotional release, where, John Wick is finally owning it, and he's finally he has chosen to become John Wick, a thing he's been fighting the whole movie, and it's, to me, the most satisfying scene in that entire movie. It's a great moment. This movie has nothing, like, the clip in the beginning is probably the closest we get to that, but it does not know how to do that emotional arc.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense how it's written.
No, yeah, I mean, it's just nonsensically written, and it's just not fun. Like, it's not a good journey, like it's a slog. Like, and that's the one thing a movie like this should never be, is a slog.
No, because like the thesis this movie was trying to tell, that it swung and missed on, is that revenge is a pointless endeavor.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's what it was going for. And I think there are many a cool story to tell with that message, because Pig. Yeah. 90% of revenge movies talk about how fucking cool revenge is.
Mm-hmm.
I quote, man, comma, bat as a way to talk about how cool.
Yeah. Was like, again, I love Batman, but yeah, the thesis of Batman is essentially never move on. Picture every villain is Joe Chill and just continue to punch them all.
And it's so cool when you do it.
And it's so satisfying. Like, yeah, I think there are definitely degrees, Wick seems to struggle with it more. Pig, again, if you've never seen it and you watch Pig. Pig's amazing.
Pig might be a top 5 Nick Cage movie, like, legitimately.
Yeah, and just completely refreshing and surprising. It's a great movie. But like, yeah, I mean, Man on Fire with Denzel Washington is another one that kind of, it wants to have it both ways, I feel like, where it's like it both revels in the violence, but then also has him feeling really guilty about it, but it's like, yeah, there are ways to do this, you're Logan, you can do that, the guy who's like the last ride, kind of like, I've got to protect this person, and get them across the border so I can die heroically / stoically as they go on to their innocent new life.
Right. Yeah, no, all of it. But this one, like, I don't know what the writing is to stick the twist the way they wanted it to, but if they did, like, that automatically bumps up the movie a full star.
You know what I wonder is, would it have played better if the twist happened earlier? Even if Nick Cage didn't find out, if we knew earlier, like if we knew
that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, so like everything that happens still happens. He goes to war with this rival faction, but we're aware that the war, and maybe we see the kid watching it and kind of having a like, oh my God. Or,
and hear me out on this, Danny Glover knows immediately and lets it happen to get rid of the mafia from his town.
Right. That's the thing. I think actually playing the card earlier would have opened up a lot more storytelling possibilities, because I think that's the thing is, like, by the time they do the twist doesn't really feel like it has any impact because everything's already happened.
Because he's killed all his friends. He's killed most of the Russian mob. There's just enough left to kill him.
Right. Yeah.
That, like, yeah. And even if he like had a soliloquy about how pointless revenge is, and like he told the kid before he let him live, instead of just going no and throwing the gun away. Even if he just said, it's like, you know, when I thought it was the Russian mob, I killed 17 men, including my best friend, on the path of revenge. And now here I am finding out the truth, and I don't have any more killing left in me.
Yeah, I'm all murdered out.
I'm plumb murdered out.
Yeah, I think that would have been a better
like
choice.
That, I think would have like, it's a little on the nose, sure, but you know, something like that. Just to watch the horror in the kid's face.
Yeah, well, and maybe that too, of like, maybe the idea is like, well, no, you didn't do it, because I've decided that it's the Russian mob, and that's not what the world believes. And so officially you're absolved, because I'm all murdered out, and I'm not going to kill you because I've already killed, like, they took your place, essentially.
And here's your job working for my business, building business.
Yeah. Now go live on the straight and narrow.
Don't make me regret it.
Yeah. Learn from my mistakes. You know, something like that.
Yeah. Learn.
Learn.
A, B, C, D.
Amazing. See?
Listen, some people may think that The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is the ultimately self-aware Nick Cage movie. I guarantee you and I get together for a weekend, we could write a better one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I like Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
It's fun, but it's not deep. I think there's a well to still be plumbed. Do you plumb wells?
You do now.
You plumb wells.
You plumb wells.
Plumb well as you plumb that well.
Yeah, you plumb that well. English is
right.
Stupid.
It is. It's a garbage language. I have a bachelor's degree in English, which is even dumber when you really think about it.
No, yeah. You got a college degree in a language you already spoke.
Yeah, waste of time. Absolute waste of time.
I'm now going to rant on this topic. Do other countries call their literature degrees the language, or is that just a bit of like hubris of the English speaking world?
Hey, get in the comments. Let us know if you're listening from another country. Yeah. Do you get a degree?
Like if you're Japanese and you get a Japanese degree, is that a linguistics degree or a literature degree? Because in America, it's a literature degree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And linguistics is a separate degree.
Absolutely. I took one linguistics class when I was getting my bachelor's in English, and I was like, not for me. Don't understand this. Don't want to do it.
I'm a linguistics nerd, but so I love that stuff. But yeah, I think the fact that we call our literature degree English is, even when half the books you read are translations.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we read Beowulf. Like,
yeah, like Dostoevsky was not written in English originally. Like, Crime and Punishment was in Russian.
Honestly, if I really went through what we read, it was maybe 50-50, honestly, for my English degree.
But yeah, sorry. I don't know. I felt that was a worthy digression because
yeah,
I hadn't
absolutely
talked about that before. And I think that may have occurred to me. It's like, wow. And it's honestly, it's really on track and on brand for English to have that level of hubris.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because, yeah, I think it was like the official title was like English language and literature is what my degree is or something like that. But yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. I don't get it.
But like, no, but if you tell someone you have an English degree, they don't assume that you understand the linguistics and etymology of the language. They assume you read a bunch of books and wrote a bunch of thesis papers.
I think an English degree should be like if I knew a lot about British people. Like if I just an
Anglophile degree.
Yeah, it's an Anglophile. If I could answer a lot of questions about BBC like programming. Hello, governor.
Top of the cup of tea.
That's your final. Is you have to just do a British accent for your final presentation.
Yeah. You have to do 4 different British accents.
Yeah. You have to be able to identify. Yeah. Free tip if you are American, the first thing you need to know about England is their north is our south. That's really the first lesson to learn.
Yeah. That's I hadn't thought of that, but that's objectively true.
Yep. But I'm ready to pivot.
Yeah, why not?
Pivot!
Now, we don't normally traffic in meta silver linings, right? But I kind of want to start things off with a meta silver lining.
Let's do it.
I don't know that this was intentional, but I personally enjoyed the fact that Danny Glover seemed too old for this shit.
No, I'm glad we're talking about Danny Glover first because one, Danny Glover rules.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, and he's great in this. Underused, but whatever. He's great. Is he the best at playing a cop?
Ooh. I mean, he's really good. I think Bruce Willis is really good at it.
Yeah.
I think Denzel is really good at it.
Is Danny Glover the best at playing by the book cop?
Oh, okay. Yeah. If we're narrowing it down to that, then yes, I would say.
I mean, I think he's in the conversation, period. Mm-hmm. But and there are a lot of, again, Denzel, Bruce Willis, there's a lot of great actors at playing cops. But yeah, I think Danny Glover is definitely the best by the book cop.
Mm-hmm.
And also one of the best, period. He and Reginald Vell Johnson, who always gets cast as a cop.
That's true. Ethan Suplee from last week's The Trust also as real, not movie cop, but actual cop. I think really tapped into something true.
Yeah, I think he definitely did. That's yeah. That's definitely.
Oh, true. You know who's up there? I mean, he only has one performance. I think Glover has the full catalog. But Simon Pegg and Hot Fuzz should be in the conversation for best by the book cop.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'd also go Martin Sheen in The Departed as an all-time great cop performance. I mean, I know you hate that movie more than most, but Martin Sheen is objectively great in that movie.
As long as we can concede that movie is dumb and bad, then sure, he was fine.
It's I won't go that far, but it's not what Scorsese should have won the Oscar for. No,
it's Goodfellas. There's not a conversation to be had. It's objectively he should have won for Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Just objectively Spike Lee should have won for Do the Right Thing. Like, no disrespect to Black Klansman, which is a perfectly cromulent movie, but like he should have won for Do the Right Thing.
Yes.
Or Malcolm X. Two things he did not win for.
Right. That's both of those are true. Yeah, but no. Dennis Farina is another actor I would put in the all-time great cop.
Is it Farina or Farina? I always thought it was Farina.
It's both.
Okay. Yeah. He also went on to do he took over for Robert Stack on the Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
Like he took over as the host of Unsolved Mysteries.
But yeah, Dennis Farina is, I think, another all-time great. He was a cop too, so that kind of makes sense.
He has that authenticity, and he has that specific like Chicago cop accent, which is nice.
Yeah. But no, Danny Glover being too old for this shit, meaning like doing mediocre films. Is that what you're going for?
I just meant his vibe in this movie is I'm too old to be in this movie.
Yeah. Okay. No, 100%. And it's great.
Yeah. He just seemed constantly like weary that he was doing this. And not bad. I want to be clear. Still good, but just still
great,
but exhausted to still be like, man, I should have invested my money better. I didn't even buy a castle like Cage did. I don't know why I'm here.
I don't own a T-Rex skeleton. Why am I here?
I mean, I made so much money from those Lethal Weapon movies. What did I do with it?
It's like I should be doing Royal Tenenbaums again.
Exactly. Yeah, let's get some prestige roles for Danny Glover. I think that's what we're really getting at.
It's been a minute since he's done like the prestige thing.
Mm-hmm. Was he in one of the Saw movies? I feel like he was, right?
Sure. I don't know. I've actually never seen a Saw movie.
I think he was in a Saw movie. I want to say as a cop, but also I could just be thinking that.
Yeah, I didn't saw Saw.
but
I never saw Saw.
Anyway, but he is a silver lining, to be clear.
Danny Glover is great. Nick Cage again is Nick Cage. He always rules. Like that's I will say, in terms of playing the hits, the foot chase scene where he runs after the one Russian mobster is every dumbass foot chase scene that's ever happened in a movie, but I was here for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think the thing to talk about, the important next like big silver lining to have is like, it seems very clear. They paid money to get Cage and to get Danny Glover. And I mean, I guess Stormare doesn't, he seems available. I mean, he seems like he would do this podcast. We should ask him. But they got them. And then I feel like everyone else in this movie is a professional stuntman. And I think that was a smart move. And so it's just a bunch of stuntmen doing a bunch of stunts, shot in a very unremarkable way. I don't even mean that as a knock, but I just mean as like they just set cameras down and film stunt guys doing stunts. There's not a lot of like, effort put into any sort of like really memorable tracking shot or something. Nobody's trying to do like an old boy shot or anything. It's literally just like, let's put the camera here.
Like that's like the one hit they didn't play was the one in a 1 versus 50 scene.
Yeah, it's just very straightforward action scenes, but with a lot of really talented stunt guys just doing what they do. And I think that's very clear. And I love stunt dudes and stunt women, to be clear. I don't want to gender dudes as a non-binary.
You've been on the West Coast too long, man.
I know.
You've been out in Cali. Dudes is like genderless though, bro. It's just like,
bro.
We're all dude. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Hey.
Exactly. But our stunt performers, I genuinely love them. They're the salt of the earth people and the hardest working people in Hollywood. And there's great stuff in this movie.
Stunt performers are great. And like the fights are good in a believable way. Cause like, I think one of the reasons that John Wick works is like the heightened level of fight scenes in them, that they're not real.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, but
I'm sorry. I know we pivoted, but there was that one scene where he goes into like a club with like the lighting, the blue and like the bisexual lighting or whatever you want to call it. And they're playing the music, but it's it's so like evocative of John Wick without having any of the stylization of John Wick. It was very weird, that scene, because I'm like, this would be the John Wick scene. Like, but it has none of the cinematography to match that movie.
Like, and again, I know we've pivoted, but in that foot chase, the dude gets shot through the torso and doesn't miss a step.
No.
And it's kind of awesome, but also super dumb.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree with all that.
And also that, like, okay, maybe it's because he was shot literally through the torso, that he just keeps running further upstairs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's confused at that point. I think that's fair.
Like, I guess that
he's
kind
losing
of makes
blood.
Sense. Yeah. And then the roof's all wet for some reason.
From the blood. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a shining elevator full of blood on the roof. Yeah, no, like this I don't know. I like Rachel Nichols. She it was fun to see her in this. I like her as an actress.
Sure.
It would have been nice if she had to do more besides just continually explain that she's not her real mom.
Yeah, and then disappear for most of the movie and then show up to find him dead at the end.
Yeah, have like one check-in about 2/3 the way through.
Yeah.
Or like, again, going back to our like rewrite of this movie, what if she knew?
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Also, what if there was just a scene where she was smoking a ton of cigarettes in the backyard?
Or a cigarette at some point during the movie.
I think real missed opportunity for her to be flicking cigarette butts into the backyard.
Yeah. Also, the kids should have been smoking in the backyard during the gunshot scene.
Absolutely. Yeah, it makes no sense that they weren't.
And I'm not one to advocate for any sort of smoking in movies or otherwise, but like, come on. Come on.
Look, I want to be clear. If any kids are listening to this, I want to be clear about smoking. It's terrible for your health. Don't do it. But you do look cool if you do it.
You look cool as shit. That's no arguments here. But it is bad for you. It smells terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, you're going to look so badass.
But that again speaks to the unbelievably addictive power of nicotine. Nothing looks dumber than vaping.
Yeah. I mean, that's the paradox is like, it's just, you lose it. It's just a weird computer part and it loses all the coolness of a cigarette.
You're sucking on on a thumb drive.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Is there an equivalent? If anyone who listens to the show vapes, please let us know. Is it because you know how you probably knew these people in school, like the people that would roll their own cigarettes. Is there an equivalent for a vape? Is there a guy who builds his own vape? like a programming guy who's just at the party, piecing together all the little parts.
He's distilling his own vape liquid.
He's got cotton candy that he's putting into boiling water to get the smoke
with an eyedropper of a nicotine extract. Oh God. That's a comedy sketch. The roller.
I think we just invented a new character for something. I don't even know what movie we'll put that in, but we need that guy at a party. He sees someone rolling their own cigarette and then he tries to impress a girl by building his own vape.
Or it's the people that can make a bong out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Can just turn anything immediately into he takes an actual thumb drive and turns it into a vape.
You know what? I like it. I like this character. This is a good.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
His name's Braden. We know that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know where he fits. I don't know if he's Joey Coco Diaz's son in Lasagna and Cubanos. I don't know.
I mean, that would be fun if Joey Coco Diaz was did all of those things, made his own bongs when he was young and rolled his own cigarettes and stuff. So his son is trying to explain to him how it's the same. And he's like, no, it's not the same.
Guy, it isn't. Maybe that's part of the allure of Nikki Bilderback's love interest in Bloody with a Chance of Christmas. I don't know, but
we'll find it.
We'll find a way for Braden to show up.
Look, Braden is in the cinematic universe, and he'll emerge when he's needed. You know, at some point, someone will say "on your left," and they'll open a portal, and he'll come through like, vaping. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll definitely get there.
Yeah, he's our silent Bob.
I love it. By the way, I think because we definitely did it at this point, and we got a little bit of time left in Nicolas Cage Month. If you'll indulge me, counselor, I think we can go on a little diversion here at the end, because
always.
I'm gonna pull back the curtain, and I'm gonna let people know that you and I did, before we settled on this movie, we talked briefly about possibly doing the movie Brubaker. And I wanted to talk about that because the great Robert Redford, we lost him this past week. A truly just an awesome actor, like true movie star icon. You know, I mean, he created the Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah.
Like he's
a movie star, like literally last of a dying breed level movie star.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Like just old school movie star and great.
Go watch Sneakers.
Like, I mean, Sneakers, go watch Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Go watch All the President's Men. Like,
go watch The Natural. There's so many good movies with Redford.
Yeah, just bangers. Like he
was great in Winter Soldier.
I was literally about to say Winter Soldier, like, which I did read a thing about that where he was just saying like that he got offered that part and he was like, yeah, you know, I just want to see what like one of these movies is like. You know, I've never been in a big, crazy, you know, Marvel movie type of blockbuster movie like this. I just
tentpole type movie.
Yeah, like he just wanted to give it a shot, see what it was like, and he's really good in that movie. And that might be the best Marvel movie if we really all thought about it. You know, like it's definitely up there, like top 5.
It's the best non-Avengers movie for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if pressed, I would say Infinity War is the best, but Winter Soldier's up there. It's top 5.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah. It's for sure. It's great. And
yeah,
in no small part because of how good Redford is.
No, he gives that movie a gravitas and has, you know, a fantastic turn in that movie. He's really good. But that is not what I wanted to talk about. I did want to keep this on track to Nicolas Cage because I did want to say the reason that we talked about doing Brubaker is because I was like, I wonder if the two of them ever did a movie together, because Nicolas Cage has done 1,000 movies. And this came up.
Reason.
And so here's the interesting thing, and this is why I'm bringing it up to our audience, because we didn't do a full episode on it, and I think you'll understand why when I explain it, but there is reporting, or it's stated online, and you can find in various places, that Nicolas Cage, that Brubaker was his first acting role ever, and he was an extra, an uncredited extra. I cannot, and other people have tried to like find Nicolas Cage saying this. I don't know where it came from, but you can go down a real rabbit hole. And that's why I think I'm opening it up to the audience, because if anyone knows anything more or has like definitive information, I would love to hear it. There's Reddit threads devoted to trying to find him in the crowd scenes because he doesn't have any lines. He apparently, it's a prison movie, and he was supposedly like 18, I think, when the movie was made. And it would have been his first role. He was an extra in the prison scenes, according to some internet sources, and people have taken stills of people that they think are Nicolas Cage. And so I'm just throwing that out there to everybody. If you want to do some sleuthing, or if you know, or if you were looking for a way to honor Robert Redford, go watch Brubaker and see if you see Nicolas Cage in there. So
what do you think is the easier one? I think that's a great idea, and get back to us, get in the comments, put the links. Let's see it.
Yeah.
What do you think is the easier task to accomplish? Replacing an actor in a Nick Cage movie with Robert Redford, or replacing a Robert Redford movie, replacing an actor in a Robert Redford movie with Nick Cage?
So you're saying
recasting, putting Nick Cage in a movie that stars Robert Redford, or put Robert Redford in a movie that stars Nick Cage. I say the Woody Harrelson role in where he pays him $1 million, Indecent Proposal.
Oh, Indecent Proposal.
I think that Nicolas Cage as the Woody Harrelson role I think that's my pitch for the best Nicolas Cage in a Robert Redford movie.
Let me get this straight. You're trying to sleep with my wife? You making some sort of indecent proposal?
So that's my pitch. I don't know if I have one for Robert Redford in a Nick Cage movie, but that's my like off the top of the dome pitch for Nick Cage in a Robert Redford movie.
I mean, I don't know. First thought, best thought. I'd love to see Redford in adaptation, like given the Chris Cooper role in adaptation.
Wow. Okay. Chris Cooper is so good that like I hate to say that, but wow.
I want to see it. I want to see.
I want to see Robert Redford play a crazy Everglades hick.
It's the one thing he never did when you think about it.
No, he never like Jeremiah Johnson was close. It was a backwoods hick, but it wasn't an Everglades hick, and that's important.
And if that didn't work, then he should play Donald Kaufman.
I think he should play Susan Orlean.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, so if you have another idea for replacing an actor in a Robert Redford movie with Nicolas Cage, or replacing Nicolas Cage in a Robert Redford movie, whatever, I said it right.
In the
comments. Yeah.
Also, I mean, if Cage had his choice, I think he'd want to be swapped into Winter Soldier, if we're really being honest. After all of his Ghost Riders, like, plug me in. I could be Captain America.
Wait, so Nicolas Cage as Bucky?
Nicolas Cage as the Winter Soldier would be sick. No disrespect to Sebastian Stan, who's one of my favorite actors in the MCU, but that would be fantastic.
No, God, you know what he should be? With Daniel Bruhl as Heinrich Zemo, or whatever
Helmet.
He should be the dad, the original Zemo.
Yeah. Yes.
Like let's do that in a movie as another pitch for Nick Cage. But
I was that's better than what I was thinking, because I was like, maybe he could play Peggy's niece that lived next door and was spying on Captain America. Would also be good.
Yeah, that playing Sharon Carter.
My Aunt Peggy always talked about you. And then they kiss.
And you just see Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie just like...
Same exact reaction shot of them.
Oh, he's making out with Nick Cage.
It'd be good. Tell me it wouldn't be good.
Oh, I'll tell you when you're telling lies. I don't know. It just popped in my head as dumb and funny. But what if the age he was when it came out, he replaces Dustin Hoffman in All the President's Men? So like 12-year-old Nick Cage in the Dustin Hoffman role in All the President's Men.
Yeah, that'd be great. Also, man, Woodward won, right? Like, if I was Bob Woodward, like, sure, writing the definitive book about Watergate, having decades-long careers as one of the most respected journalists of all time. But, like, they cast Robert Redford to play you in the movie. Like, you won life. Yeah.
Like, the amount of people that don't get cast as Robert Redford in the movie of their life, like, most of us.
I'm also just picturing Bernstein like, dude, they got Redford for you. Who are they going to get from me? What do you think it's Paul Newman? Do you think they got Paul Newman to? Okay.
Dustin Hoffman.
Sure. Okay.
It was.
That's fine. That's fine. I guess.
I like The Graduate.
It's fine.
That's cool.
That's cool. It's yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is it safe?
By the way, I think the only way, because we haven't mentioned the Redford movie of The Great Gatsby, and I hate to put you on the spot and pimp you out, but do you want to send us out imagining if only Nicolas Cage had been in The Great Gatsby opposite Robert Redford?
And there we were, boats against the current, beat back to a turn.
Silver Linings Playback is a production of HoboTrashcan.com. If you enjoyed the show, please rate or review it on Apple Podcasts. Hear more great shows on the Peak Sloth Podcast Network.